good. How are you?
I'm super excited because what we are going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about detox today,
And
and
why?
I
Yeah.
think it's a very appropriate topic because it's January, and that's when people want to start the new year with a clean slate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because we did a lot of mistakes on the last couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, yeah, and also because it's January, so it's the end of overindulging,
Mm-hmm.
and it's time to just get rid of all the excess.
Okay. Why we need to do that and what can there is, I know because I know you. So there is little shifts and little things, and we even have a guide, right? You put together a guide. So,
Yeah.
what is the name of the guide? Please, just to be sure.
It's the Vicky Vortex Detox Guide that I
Okay,
put together for people who are interested in getting rid of toxins and to lead a healthier lifestyle.
okay. So if you are watching this and you want that, just drop hashtag I need that on the comments, and we will send you. I will pin as well on the comments so everyone can get access to that. This is a very strong year. You are coming as an expert as well to the summit. But tell me, in special for women, when we cross 40, and let's focus on us because the majority of our audience, why is that important? Let's start by
Okay.
there.
It is important because basically chronic diseases are caused by inflammation, and inflammation is caused by the accumulation of toxins. And especially when we reach the age of 40 plus, and some people experience symptoms of menopause. But is it really menopause, or is it just basically it's the reaction of all the toxins that we have in our body, especially in the liver? And so when we're overloaded with toxins, we would actually experience menopausal symptoms. But what it means, it could be just us having too much toxins, and it's time for the toxins to express themselves, that to let themselves known that they're there.
That is
So there are things that we can do to alleviate menopausal symptoms, and also to prevent and reverse chronic diseases.
oh.
And that is through detoxification.
Okay. When you tell me when the word inflammation in my brain goes for I need to be swallowed. Like if I don't see it, it's not there. But it's not true, right?
It's not true. So inflammation is our body's defense mechanism, and sometimes it could be overreactive. And things like, for example, obesity is actually a sign of inflammation. So you don't need to be swollen. You don't need to necessarily see the inflammation, but things like sugar, for example, causes inflammation, and and it's our lifestyle. Omega-6 causes inflammation. So when we have enough of that, eventually that would actually cause chronic diseases.
Okay. Point one, if you are watching this recorded, please drop hashtag live or recorded. And extra, if you have any question about, like, for example, for me, I have no clue what is omega-6. So if you have any question like this one, please drop in the comments and Vicky will come back to this live and will answer all your questions. So what the heck is omega-6?
So omega-6 is basically processed oil that we find in processed food. For example, corn oil, peanut oil, like nuts and seed oil, um, sunflower seed oil. Like, you think it might be healthy just because it's, vegetable oil, but actually it's highly processed. And it's present in most processed food, fast food, and and it's what causes inflammation. So if you can just switch over your cooking oil from that to healthier cooking oil like avocado oil, ghee, for example, even tallow, like animal fat has much higher smoking point, and so it's a healthier cooking oil than omega-6. And if the animal is grass-fed, it's also omega-3 as well. So we don't have to be worried just because it's animal fat. As long as it's grass-fed, it is omega-3.
That is so interesting because being Portuguese, my diet, it goes all connected with olive oil. We cook with olive oil, we live with olive oil, everything is olive oil and onion. That is the base of everything.
Yeah.
And I know olive oil is a tricky thing because you have a certain level of, then you should not be cooking with, right?
Yeah, exactly, because it is very heat sensitive,
Mhm.
and if you cook it, it becomes unstable, and then the structure is destroyed when it's heated up, and then it becomes rancid, and it becomes trans fat that clogs up your heart. So you can make olive oil that is extremely healthy into something very unhealthy if you heat it up. So it's kind of ironic when I look at the crisps, and it says cooked in olive oil as though it's healthier, but it's not.
That is so interesting. Before we keep going, I did
Mhm.
not do a proper introduction. So tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do.
I am a vitality coach, and I I help women to have a healthier lifestyle with a positive mindset, detox, yoga and Pilates, as well as nutrition. So these are the 4 areas that I can help them in order for them to have a um, more, in order for them to have more vitality,
So
more energy.
basic, we can arrive to the conclusion then in many parts, and I know we talked about that. Maybe we are not losing weight. Maybe we don't have enough energy. Maybe they don't even need to be a disease. There
No,
is things then we can level up in our life. It's not because we are 40
yes.
plus, then is the end of our life, right? It's
No,
maybe
I
only the
focus on
beginning.
prevention. Yeah, exactly. I focus on prevention.
Mhm.
Never say to yourself that, oh, yeah, it is my age, and that's why. Don't accept your present condition and use your age as an excuse, because there are always things that we can do to enhance our health and our well-being.
Okay, so what is inside of the guide? Give us some tools, some things, and some secrets.
Okay, so first of all, we have to look at the most important organ for detoxification. And guess what it is?
Liver.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
So inside our liver actually protects us 24/7. So whenever we're exposed to toxins, it grabs the toxins and it puts us directly into our liver. And then there are pathogens who live in our liver as well. And they also excrete neurotoxins, in their poo that affects our brain. And then there is the excess sugar and fat that we store in our liver. And it's also responsible for absorbing nutrients and redistributing it. So it has a lot of functions, and we really, really have to look after our liver, especially as soon as we wake up, because it's been working really hard to detox ourselves, like while we're sleeping. So when we wake up first thing in the morning, it is very, very important that we drink lemon potion.
Oh, yeah, the famous one. Are you going on the guide? Do you have more details about the lemon
Yes,
potion?
so I have the recipe for, it's called Zinger Stinger,
Mhm.
and the main ingredients are lemon, ginger, and turmeric, and herbs as well to kill the pathogens. So it's very important that we drink lemon at room temperature so that it has the live enzymes to flush our liver properly, just like we need to have a shower in the morning. This is how we flush our liver. So if you don't make the potion, at least you have the lemon juice and skin at room temperature. And then the ginger, the turmeric are highly antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. And then I have 4 herbs as well that work synergistically together to kill the pathogens. So this potion has got many functions. And if we can start the day with lots of spices and herbs and lemon, then we're doing our liver a favor. So that's the first thing that I would recommend.
We are talking about this at least on 1 month and a half, and I'm always telling you that I really want to. I love ginger. I used to hate it, but during my last pregnancy, I suffered so much with a disease that I don't even remember the names. Then you are constantly vomiting, which is not a nice thing to bring to a master
Yeah.
class. But the ginger did save me because
Yeah.
I was out. I was not possible to move, and I hate ginger. But there is something about ginger that is so
Yeah.
powerful.
That's the
And
best thing for nausea. Yeah.
yeah, and there is something about knowing then we are doing well to ourselves. It's
Yeah.
self-love.
Yeah, exactly. So if you love yourself, look after your liver. Love your liver as well. That's a
Love your
and
liver.
yeah, you need to have at least 16 ounces, which is I drink a liter of that potion every morning because you need enough to actually flush your liver and your brain properly. So
Oh,
that's the first thing that I do. And then celery juice is another really good potion to actually cleanse yourself, to detox yourself of heavy metals, as well
how
as
you do a celery juice? Like, yeah, I don't like the word hate. Celery is not my favorite veggie. Let's put it like this. Okay,
yeah,
keep
but it is,
going.
yeah, it is a tonic. It is actually a herbal tonic. It's not even a vegetable. Like
Oh,
it is seen as a medicine,
okay.
actually, according to the medical medium, because it also kills the pathogens, Epstein-Barr viruses, for example, and shingle viruses, and so these viruses actually are responsible to 250 chronic conditions. So if you have enough again, you need to have at least 16 ounces in order to flush your brain as well as your liver. So it helps you to get rid of excess fat in your liver,
Mhm.
and it gets rid of pathogens, and it also separates the heavy metals from the fat, because when they are combined together, that's when heavy metals rust. And when the heavy metals are rusting, that is when things are oxidized.
Mhm.
And when we oxidize, we rust, and that's how the aging process happens. So celery juice, as much as you don't like the flavor, just you can down it but it has to be pure,
Mm.
like a tonic, in order
Wow.
to, yeah, cure
Okay.
yourself.
Okay. Now, before I ask the ladies in the room if they have questions, well, Pam just joined me as is here with us. Um, I have a question for you. So imagine like for we are starting January. We all want to have more energy, to feel better, to stop having excuses, not only for the success, but for us not telling them is our age, right? Oh, I don't have energy, or I'm sleeping bad, or whatever. Inflammation can be the cause of many different things. And if someone wants to know more about what you do, can we share the link to connect with you, like to jump on a quick call with you? Are we going to do that, or what you want to do?
Yeah, so just go to vickyvortex.com and you can book a call with me.
Perfect.
And if you want a detox guide as well, just contact me and
Yeah.
I'll send you.
If you want a detox guide and you are watching this on the Facebook group, please just raise your hand. If you are part of the Dragons, please just raise your hand and we will share. Me or Vicky will share on the WhatsApp. Vicky, let's ask Miaza. Miaza, do you have any questions? If she's what? I don't know if she can listen to us. Let's see. Yeah.
The question I have is I'm vegan.
Okay.
So in your guide, is it listed for substitutions for vegans, or do we have to figure that out for ourselves?
Well, actually, so inside my detox guide, I have the recipe for Zinger Stinger, which is the lemon ginger potion, celery juice, and heavy metal detox smoothies. These are all vegan potions because it's detox, right? So I wouldn't have any animal products in the recipes.
Mm.
Great, thank you so much.
And also, I've also written how to get rid of pesticides as well, with your fruit and vegetables. So that would be helpful too.
Great. Pam, I know you arrived just now, but do you have questions?
So sorry I'm late.
No, it's your episode.
I'm interested in all of it, to the detox especially, just to cleanse your system and like start fresh again.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have the heavy metal detox smoothies in the detox guide as well. And for the people who actually don't have any equipment like a juicer or a blender or anything, you can still detox. All you need to do is to add your to your water some lemon juice and lime juice, and that would actually add electrolytes into your water. Another way of adding electrolytes is adding Celtic salt, a bit of Celtic salt, a bit of Himalayan salt as well. It is very important to stay hydrated, and it is important that you have electrolyte. And if you add lemon and lime into your water, then it becomes living water. Another thing that's very important to do is to actually filter your water, because tap water has a lot of heavy metals and contaminants and hormones in there. So make sure that you have as long as you have a simple charcoal filter, that is enough, but not the one with the jugs and the small filter in the middle. That doesn't work very well. So, and also just putting a glass jug of water or a glass bottle in the sunlight, and that's another way of turning your water into living water. If you leave it in the sunlight for 15 minutes, then you're activating your water. Because we're made out of 70% water, it is very, very important for us to actually take our water seriously.
I like to add it crystals. That is another.
Yeah. That's what I do as well. To structure the water, I add crystal, and you can also use a funnel, and you put some marbles in there. When you pour the water in it, you create that vortex action. That's another way of mimicking nature, because in nature, water spirals around. And if you actually make your water spiral, you're actually making it living water as well. So you can mimic nature in so many ways. And if you're fasting, then I have this hydrogen machine as well. I add hydrogen to my water, because when you do that, the hydrogen actually keeps your microbiome satisfied. And when your gut bacteria is satisfied, you're not hungry anymore. And so that's a very good way of healing your gut. And you have this, like when I'm sleeping, when I'm adding hydrogen to my water, I also have this cannula that I breathe in. So hydrogen is a very good antioxidant tool, because when the hydrogen molecules are combined with the oxygen molecule in your body, it becomes H2O. It makes you pee a lot because it's creating a lot of water, but it's also getting rid of extra oxygen molecules, because when you have too much oxygen in your body, then your cells oxidize. And when they oxidize, that's when you rust, and that's when you age. So hydrogen is a very good anti-aging, antioxidant tool.
That is
Well,
cool.
and it's a great fasting.
That is cool. When we are going to bring a challenge of fasting to dragons, we could after the summit or something like that. We could run another challenge so we can fast all together. Okay.
I just finished a 48-hour fast yesterday, And another great way of detoxing is actually using the trampoline, that jumping action, because your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like the heart. So you actually manually have to stimulate the lymphatic circulation, and you can do it by jumping on a trampoline. If you don't have a trampoline, you can skip a rope. If you don't want to skip, you can just go brisk walking. And that when your body goes up and down, that's when your lymph opens and close, opens and close. And that's how you stimulate your lymphatic circulation. Another way of doing it is using a dry brush to brush towards your heart. And that is a very good way of stimulating lymphatic circulation after a bath. Now,
Yeah.
I just had a bath today with magnesium flakes from the Dead Sea. You can combine it with Epsom salt and Himalayan salt. So it's a triple salt bath. And you need at least 1 kilo in one bath, and you need to sit in it for an hour. And what it does is that you absorb the magnesium through your skin and other minerals. And most people are actually deficient of magnesium. So absorbing it through the skin is actually a lot more effective than taking supplements. So that's a very good way of relaxing, detoxifying your body, is with a triple salt bath. And I have to talk about grounding as well. If you have access to a beach, then walk on the wet patch of the sand, because it's wet. It conducts electricity a lot better. And or if you walk on the grass, walk on the wet bit of the grass, and that detoxifies your body of EMF, electromagnetic field, that is generated from Wi-Fi, from your phone, computer, and television. And the EMF in our body causes inflammation and cancer. So we need to get rid of it by walking barefooted on the beach or the soil for 30 minutes every day, accumulatively. So it means that you can do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You
It's
brought
called
some.
earthing or grounding.
Yes, I know. And it's so amazing. And I don't leave it without, I really need that, in special after a day like today, where we have so many meetings and we come and we do so many cool things together. You really need to release that energy. Then it's not necessarily negative. It's just like you just want to let it go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so it's the greatest anti-inflammatory tool that you can have with nature, and it's free. And because what you're doing is that you're exchanging negative ion with positive ion, and that's how you balance your body again, and it becomes alkaline, not acidic.
wow.
It's a very healing thing to do.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing.
For the mind as well. Super easy.
Yeah,
For the
yeah,
mind
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
For the mind as well. I am so lucky because I have amazing people. We are so lucky because we have amazing people, as you all and as you, Vicky. Are you enjoying the dragons?
Yes.
Okay, we are loving to have you. It's so good to have someone who's doing something so different from majority of all of us and bringing us the knowledge that we don't have. That is the main thing. We are dropping all the things on the WhatsApp of the Dragons. It is well here under the Facebook group. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Pam. Thank you so much, Miaza.
You're
I am
welcome.
sending to you, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have a network party at 4 p.m. Central, but that is too late for you, Vicky. Go enjoy your sleep. Thank you so much, my love. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.